sun rose over the village, turning the fields into a sea of shimmering gold. Inia skipped through the tall stalks of rice, her traditional patu pavadai rustling in the breeze. "Grandpa Kathir, look!" she cried. "The rice is finally ready." Kathir smiled, his eyes twinkling with pride as he looked at the heavy grains. "Yes, Inia, nature has been kind to us this year. It is time to say thank you." "Who do we thank, Grandpa?" Inia asked, squinting up at the bright sky. High above, a friendly sun god looked down with a gentle, glowing face, his rays reaching out like warm golden arms. "First, we thank the sun," Kathir explained. "Without his light and warmth, our seeds would never grow into the rice that fills our bowls." Inia waved at the sky, and the sun seemed to wink back at her. At home, Malar was already busy. She knelt on the ground with a small bowl of white rice flour. Inia joined her, and together they drew a beautiful, swirling kolam pattern on the doorstep. They added bright splashes of yellow and orange powder to make it look like a blooming flower. "This is how we welcome the festival into our home," Malar whispered, her hands moving gracefully. In the courtyard, Arul and Kathir were preparing the special cooking spot. They placed a decorated clay pot on a small stove made of bricks. Two tall stalks of purple sugarcane stood guard on either side of the pot like festive soldiers. "We cooked the first harvest outside," Kathir said as Arul carefully balanced the pot. "We want the whole world to see our gratitude." Malar poured fresh, creamy milk into the pot, while Inia watched the bubbles dance. The fire crackled softly underneath. Suddenly, the milk began to rise. It bubbled up and spilled gently over the sides of the clay pot. "Pongal, o Pongal!" Malar and Inia shouted together, clapping their hands in delight. The overflowing milk was a sign that the year would be full of abundance and joy. Once the sweet rice was cooked with jaggery and lentils, Kathir took the first portion. He placed it on a bright green banana leaf and held it up toward the sky. "Thank you, sun god, for the rain and the light," he prayed. The sun god smiled even wider, his golden glow washing over the family and the delicious feast. But the celebration wasn't just for people. Next, Inia found Mani, their favorite cow. Mani's horns had been painted with bright stripes of red and blue, and she wore a tinkling bell around her neck. Inia carefully placed a garland of yellow marigolds around Mani's neck. "You worked hard in the fields all year, Mani," Inia said, hugging the cow's soft neck. "Thank you for being our friend." Rul arrived with a special treat for Mani. He held out a bundle of sweet sugarcane and a bowl of the freshly cooked pongal rice. Mani let out a happy moo and began to munch on the crunchy stalks. "Farmers and animals are a team," Arul told Inia. "Pongal is our way of showing them the respect they deserve." As the afternoon faded into a warm orange glow, Malar and Arul sat down on a woven mat. They served themselves portions of sweet pongal and spicy lentils on fresh banana leaves. "It tastes even better when we are thankful," Arul said, taking a bite. Malar nodded, looking around at their happy home and the bountiful harvest they had shared. Inia sat on the porch with Grandpa Kathir, watching the sun begin to set behind the trees. Her tummy was full of sweet rice, and her heart was full of joy. "I love Pongal, Grandpa," she whispered. Kathir hugged her close. "It's a beautiful thing to say thank you to the earth, Inia. It reminds us that we are all connected."